It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. Alongside me is Johnny. Here we have the artist from the United States of America. Khan.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the black trunks, trimmed with black, the artist. Fighting out of the blue corner from Bolton, England. Here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan.
An open-air outdoor stadium, what a venue for this contest.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're underway in round 1. Good counter punching. Just missed with that hook. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Open-air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
If you are on the losing side of this fight time and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be. So you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
The straight right just misses. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Punch, counter punch. When you watch lightweight, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That counter punch caught him clean. Swing and a miss with the jab. Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Reset, forget about that round. It was a bad round, but okay, I'm happy. I like that round.
And there's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punch. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
He misses with that jab. Punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. They're both trying for a knockout. What a massive upset this would be. And down goes the artist. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
They exchange punches. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. You'd like to see more jabs. How about that time counter shot? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Perfect counter shot. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break this. Get your mind back on the...
And there's the bell for round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice defense on that left uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'd do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills, step out of the way, fight fire with fire, use flame over blood.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Straight right just misses. This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice counter shot. Got him there. Caution is being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you...
Come on.
Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Straight right just misses. Perfect counter lands. That one will count. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're trying to get into their opponent's head. That count. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Solid punch. Nice counter. Good punch scores. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. He needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Right hook just missed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. Well done with that counter shot. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box it with a leg there round.
On to the 6th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That left hook doesn't find its target. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding right weights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's alright to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Beautiful counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Gotta waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then gotta paw you. walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Just misses with that uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. I guess showboating is part of their plan. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Love the response though. Got back up. Took a deep breath.
Your mind on the job.
And there's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody...
He takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
This may do it! And the artist has been dropped. I wondered how the chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with that hook. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot!